computer. Okay, and Jason, you are on.
Oh, well, awesome, man. I'm honored to get to run this thing today, to host it with you, Marie. Hey, can you enable screen sharing, please?
Okay, yes.
I always like to start it off with the video.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so Jason.
How do you usually start it off, Marie?
I actually talk about the 6 goals, but because I have a
Ah,
different style of doing it, but it's really up to how you want it. I'll just make you a host or a co-host. Is that how it works?
yeah, that's cool. Co-host works.
All right, there you go.
Oh yeah, I got it now. All right, let me see. I just gotta find. Oh, there we go. This is like the best video ever.
Thank you.
I'm telling you. So let me do this. All right, cool. All right, guys. So I'm gonna play this video. I always like. I'm not as cool as Marie. I don't have all this stuff memorized yet. I'm just learning. But I always play this video because this video, I think that's the cartoon version of Marie. So just to kind of run down, exactly the objectives here at Fire Up Connect. So let me hit play real quick and then we'll dive in.
Allow me to introduce you to the 6 objectives of Fire Up Connect. Our first objective is called Fundamentals. This is where we learn and build the fundamentals of your services and products. The second objective is the Introduction. By asking the right questions and being open-minded, we establish an effective introduction for our members. Fire Up Connect doesn't believe in solicitation. Instead, we focus on where we can all learn from each other and promote our members and their businesses. The third objective is the relationship. Fire Up connects members to build strong business relationships, connections, and alliances for life. The fourth objective is expertise. Fire Up Connect is here to provide education and valuable information from a variety of subject matter experts and community leaders. Our fifth objective is called Understanding. Our members gain an understanding of business processes and operations to give and receive powerful testimonials and lifetime member-to-member referrals. And lastly, we offer a variety of projects. Fire Up Connect members can work together and collaborate on business and community projects to increase branding exposure and community presence. Some of our community projects include Halloween for Heroes, Turkey for Troops, Aging Gracefully, Fire Up Angels movie, and Fire Up Angels fashion shows. At Fire Up Connect, our meetings are broken into 5 parts. The first part is Q&A, where we diffuse solicitation and acquire knowledge on the fundamentals of our members' products and services. The second part includes educational subject matter experts. By engaging with experts, we increase the level of business expertise and enhance knowledge on business operation and marketing opportunities. Part 3 of Fire Up Connect meetings is the Business Share Time, where our members share the joy of their successes and accomplishments. Members also have the opportunity to find someone who can help you achieve your business goals or recommend solutions to any challenges you are facing. The fourth part of our meetings is Project Collaboration. By working together, Fire Up Connect members can collaborate on projects and establish branding opportunities and a community presence. The fifth and final part is our announcements. This is where we learn, share, and stay informed on available business opportunities. Fire Up Connect members have access to monthly business sessions, price discounts on affiliated companies, and all Fire Up Connect programs, book publications, published articles for your business, access to Fire Up Connect scheduled webinar events, a photo shoot session, and a video production. Join us for our annual Fire Up Live seminars and gain valuable connections in the Fire Up community and boost your business. We believe in your business. We believe in what you do. At Fire Up Connect, we believe in you. Join us for our annual Fire Up Live seminars to gain, discover, and get fired up.
I'm fired up already.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. So has everybody here has been to a meeting, I'm guessing, so far?
I think we have first-time visitor, Dr. Therese.
It looks like she rolled
Oh,
out.
she left? Oh, okay.
The video turned her away, man.
Yeah, that's all right.
She'll probably be back.
She
She'll probably
wasn't
be back.
available on the video too, so she might have trouble, but we can go ahead and
Well,
work on us.
well, absolutely. So obviously, let's get on with the show, man. So I know we always like to start it off with asking a question and kind of going around doing a little 1-minute question and answer thing. So obviously you can ask any question you want, whether it's business related, personal related. So I'm gonna let Marie start it off and ask the first question today with 1 minute on the clock for whoever answers it.
Okay. Let me ask Josh. So Josh, for you, because I know you're just starting out with your business, what are the things that you need some help in regards to the structure of your business?
In regards to the structure, so my business, we have it's all IT, IT consulting, process improvement, automation, integrations. So I have a team of experts, developers and web designers and, different people that I can work with, that I have worked with in the past and that are, on this journey with me. Is that what you mean, organizational structure, or?
Yeah,
you mean
your
something else?
organizational structure, because I know you're starting out your business and you said that
Yeah.
you're needing some help on branding and everything. So I'm still trying to figure out your business structure in regards to where we can help you, or I'm also still curious on how, what kind of services you offer to people. So first of all, I just want to find out what help do you need for making sure that your business is functioning correctly.
Yeah, I think you named it. It is being able to convey what I do to people, right? So I've been working on this. It's a difficult concept because what I do is technical, but the people, my target market, is not technical. So my target market, small businesses who don't have a technical expertise, may not have a technical department, but I can help them get away from the copy paste, hell they may be in, where they copy data from one system to another to 5 different spreadsheets. I can help, all that data communicate with each other. They enter at one time and it's automated and integrated with each other. So that's what I offer to businesses. I help them improve their processes so they get rid of the manual tasks and, lower operational expenses.
Okay, all right.
So
got
that
lots
maybe
of-
gets us closer, but that's my challenge is being able to communicate that quickly.
Okay, sounds good. All right, thank you. I think
I was muted. Josh, you get to ask anybody in the room a question now, personal, business, whatever you want to ask them, and then they get a minute on the clock.
All right. Eddie, I don't think I've met you. What is your business and what's your challenge right now that you're trying to overcome? And you're on mute. You're on mute, I believe.
Eddie, you have to, there you go.
I talk to my computer screen. Wonder why no one listens. All right. I'm a data aggregator. We aggregate data that the realtors and investors don't have access to. From that, we created a real-time data visualization platform, and no one knows what I'm talking about because they don't have access to the data. So I just gave a presentation to BC, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the application above the fold on our application, so anybody go there and type an address and see the latest population, job growth, and their zip code last month. And from there, I got to figure out how we're going to monetize it. And we're also in talks with a few real estate syndicators to pre-sell it for like $50K to them. So that's what I'm working on. We're working on something disruptive, and my biggest challenge is how to educate the market about that this data even exists. Because you can't raise seed capital for it's really disruptive. So I'm finding out. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Did to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just checking in. I just wonder. Ralph, I haven't met you, so tell me about yourself and what's cool. What's going on?
So I started a resume writing business. because I realized after active duty, it was pretty hard to find a job. And now I realize that with all the people I help, a lot of transitioning veterans, they didn't realize how to write a resume. They just showed you what to put on the resume. And so after that struggle, I said, you know what, maybe there's a need for this niche. And so far, I've been getting customers ones and twosies at a time, but it seems like they keep referring and referring and referring. So looks like things are looking up.
That's not a bad problem, Ralph.
So I guess it's Jason.
What's up? What's up?
So what's business looking like for you right now?
Business is looking like business, man. Yeah, I mean, we just help real estate professionals get more deals, you know, close more deals, get in front of more people. We help them with their marketing and their follow-up as well. So we, you know, it was funny because we started off, you know, doing like lead generation thing, and then I realized that leads suck, man. Nobody really wants leads. It's about like, you know, getting leads, but then getting appointments with people that are actually interested. And then where I realized that people were slipping was follow-up, man. Follow-up is so hard. And I think we all want to do follow-up to some extent. Like it's like we all, as salespeople, I feel like I could always do better at follow-up. And it's nice. What I learned was most people do not do the follow-up that they really should. So when you can outsource some of that follow-up to somebody else, where it almost becomes systemized, where like they have to do it, it's pretty cool. It helps them out a lot. So that's kind of like where we're at. You know, we just help everybody out with that stuff. So fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. But I see John just came in. Welcome, John. Good to see you, my man. I guess John, we never met, man. What do you do, and why do you do it?
Hi, nice to meet you. Sorry, I was a little late running around here. Crazy traffic over in Michigan right now. Basically, I do payment processing. I have my own business. I'm partnered with some people locally, merchant service provider as well. So they do a lot of my tech support, but I basically just go around to local businesses and I refinance their rates like a home mortgage. I also own a personal training business as well. I've been doing that for like 8 to 10 years out of a private studio. So I do that as well. And I also have another business where I actually partnered with a financial firm, a big financial firm in New York, where I help people with COVID relief money, business owners as well. So it all kind of ties in. So and they also have financial advising services as well too, to help businesses save money, kind of cut down on some expenses and things along those lines. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of I got a lot going on. It's kind of shuffling it around, but it all kind of intertwines in some way. It's all kind of, you know, all connected in some way as well. But I use a lot of my local network right now, just because I've been here my whole life, 31 years here. A lot of business owners, a lot of people are all connected. So that's pretty much what's going on over here. Hectic, but it's good.
Sick, man. Love it. You got a lot going on, man, for sure. Wait, you been here before? You been to one of the meetings?
I have not.
Oh, cool, man. Well, welcome. So what we're doing right now, you get a chance to ask somebody a question. It could be any question, man. I just asked you what you do and stuff, but you can ask anybody a question. It can be personal, it can be business, just something to learn something about somebody. And unfortunately, you don't have the option of choosing a bunch of different people, because the only person left, I think, is Marie, was the only person that did not get a question yet. So you have to ask Marie something, man.
Well, I might as well dive into it too then. What do you do? Because I know I talked to you and you're the one who kind of got me, you know, connected with this. So I would like to know a little bit more about you, I guess.
All right, John. Thank you for being here. What I do is I actually am the founder and CEO of Finest Women in Real Estate, where I ended up creating Fire Up Connect for the business networking with business professionals. But I do have a marketing program for both real estate professionals and business professionals. So I do radio show, TV show, magazine publication, and I also do a lot of real estate land development projects, which is mostly where I make a lot of my money. And so that's what I do, John. And I work with all of you amazing people.
Awesome.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We are all amazing. We're all amazing if you showed up here. Um, that's awesome. So I guess everybody had a chance. We had asked some questions. I know, John, you probably missed out on a couple people, but it's cool. We're going to take over from here, man. So the next section, we usually go to like either like a presenter, somebody like a professional that wants to talk about something, or we just have a group discussion. And I think today we're gonna have a little group discussion. And I don't know about Marie, I don't know if you're cool with this, but I think we should talk about, like, a lot of people are like, yo, what do you do? Right? They're like, what do you do, man? Or like, what do you do? Right? It's always about what, right? Because we all just ask that question to a bunch of people, like, what do you do? What do you do? But I don't hear people ask, why do you do it a lot? And do you guys know Simon Sinek? I think that's his name, Simon Sinek. Yeah. You guys ever read that book? What is it? Why, or starts with why? You're muted.
Yes, I can't remember the name of that either, that book, but the guy's a genius.
I think it starts with why. So I think today, like, why don't we talk about like our whys? Like, why do we do it? And like, you know, maybe like some different ways you can use it in your marketing, because a lot of people, it's like, you know, you kind of know why you do it, but it's really good to let other people know why you do it and maybe use it in your marketing. You know, if you're doing like email follow-ups, or you know, you're following up with people, or even your website. Like, a lot of people on their website, it's all about like copywriting. Like, what are you putting on your website to convert people, to get people interested? And like, what I've found out is like a lot of people, like, we all do things, we all have competitors, right? And a lot of people will actually want to do business with you based off of why you do it, or why you do what you do versus what you do. Because I guarantee I could talk to each one of you guys and I could go find somebody else that does something very similar to what you do, right? And same thing with me. I mean, like, we can all find a competitor or somebody else that does something that for what we do. But when you really share why you do it, it's real big, and it really takes you onto a different level with your prospect. So why don't we like go around and like maybe talk about why you do what you do, and whether or not you use it in your marketing. So Ralph, why don't we start with you? I know you said you just kind of came on the scene with doing some resume writing and stuff like that. So why I kind of got a little bit of your why during the question thing, but like, why are you doing it? And are you using your why in your messaging to your potential prospects?
Yeah, so that's the why I went, you know, I like I said, I transitioned, I was having difficulty, and I realized that my supervisors at work were asking me, hey, can you help my contractor get over to the federal side and help them with their resume? And my one Marine buddy, veteran, he said, dude, you should start charging or make a business, because you got like eight of these guys into the federal system. And then I realized, you know, it wasn't just veterans, it was civilians, like straight civilians too. So that's how this business gets started. And what the why was, because, hey, maybe it can help people this way and just make a little bit of money out of it. And I priced it reasonably compared to other people, because I know people charge like $400 just for federal resume. And my difference is I do follow up with them, make sure they're doing okay. And then, you know, make sure they're like a lot of people I followed up with are in the process of getting hired or have been hired.
That's awesome.
Nice, man. Do you have a website?
Yeah, it's still in the rough draft process right now, because it's somebody else doing it, but I have to give them like, hey, I want it worded this way, not how you think it should be worded.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times like, hey, look at me. Like, no, that's not my style. It's like, look, I'm straight to the point type of guy. You know, I'm not all about glitz, all that glitzy stuff. So
yeah. Copywriting's big, man. When you put stuff on your website, I highly recommend, you know, maybe reading that book, Starts with Why, and then sitting down and like figuring out like, why are you doing this? Like, I mean, I know I have an idea, right? But really like going a little deeper on that and putting that on your website and letting people know why you do it. Cause there's tons of resume, you know, writers out there, but like, let people know why they connect with you. Like your story right there with the military and all that. And thank you for serving, by the way. But I mean, like, just getting that out there, like, guarantee somebody is in the military or out of the military and they read that why on your website, dude, they're going with you every time. They're going to be like, I don't even need to look anywhere else. Like, Ralph's my man. So thank you for sharing that. Highly recommend putting that on your website, man. And when your website's done, please share it with the group. We want to check it out. Josh, let's move on to you, man. Curious, like, what is your why? It sounds like you're pretty fresh into the game with what you're doing. Like, what is your why, and how are you sharing that with your audience and your potential customers?
Yeah, actually had not thought about it until you asked. And it's definitely not part of any type of marketing or the website. So that's a great idea. So as I listened to Ralph, I was taking down some notes about why I do what I do. And it came down to, being able to see the customer experience something they haven't before, right? They assume they have to be copy pasting all the time, or they have to, work, their operations a specific way. But being able to automate it, being able to have the data appear where it needs to be before they get there, and that realization, oh wow, kind of opens up their eyes, and it also allows them to take down that barrier for their own growth, for their business to grow. Because if they want to scale, they can't be dragging with them a whole bunch of manual processes and tasks and hiring a bunch of people, because that's just going to slow them down that much more. So yeah, it's exciting to see that. That's probably my why.
Love it, man.
And I'm good at it. So
yeah. Well, yeah, you got to be good at it, dude. That's awesome. I just got off a call earlier with one of our clients, and I was like showing them all these automations. I'm like an automation freak, man. I love it. Like, it's so cool when you could like automate and delegate, right? And you could just kind of save time. And dude, automations are so fun, man. I'm just like setting up all these automations for them. Like, we're on a Zoom, and I'm just kind of like showing them what they can do with our software. And we're just like, yo, do this, try this. And we're just testing stuff, and they're like just blowing their minds. Like, they're just like, they're just like, wow, that's awesome, man. Let's do this. So that's pretty cool, man. We should definitely connect. I want to learn more about what you're doing with the automations. But thank you for sharing. Eddie, talk to me, man. Zip Analyzer. Why do you do it, man? What got you into it? And how are you using that information, your why, in your marketing?
I don't publish it but every time I talk to people verbally, I usually always start there because it's the only way people get it. In the 90s, back, I had about 40 properties and 5 million in assets. And I thought I was going to hang out in the Caribbean, retired. And my settlement attorney and the title company embezzled check title. I paid off all my loans, and all my checks started bouncing, and my boys' checks started bouncing, and I went from retired to bankrupt, living in my car, and really was a stressful, emotional, ego trip from going retired to living in your car. And at the same time, the market crashed back in the savings alone. So the assets went down 40%, and I was an agent at the time, and I didn't know when to sell. So it's been a long journey to figure out, well, I could have got a new attorney, but I still couldn't. If you get a market's going down 40%, 80, 50%, like in the last crisis and the one before and the savings alone, what could people have done? So it's been a long journey to figure out what data was accessed that I could have made a better decision. So that's the passion that drives me. It's probably a reason why I sunk $500,000 into this business, because I wanted to figure out the answer. And I got the answer, but the only downside of marketing is because the marketing, you said you almost, I lost 4 million, and then I built this and I made 10 million. So I'm not in the made 10 million stuff. So that's the only reason why I don't always tell the story, because all these late night gurus says I built a new widget and went golfing and made par in 2 slots or something, and hole in one, and so I don't have the success story yet, but I do have the software built.
Well, right away, man, I just learned more about you right there in that one question, like why you do it. You just kind of like, I'm ready to buy, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, people can relate to your stories. Like, we can all relate to like why you do something, but like what you do doesn't really matter. Like, we're all trying to solve problems for people. And like, if you go a step deeper and connect with your prospect like that, dude, like if you maybe sprinkled some of that story into your marketing, however that is, I really think it would help, man. I really do. I got to tell you, I don't know about you guys, but Damn, I didn't even know that. That's huge. So thank you for sharing. Really excited to see where you go, man. Keep building that success story, right? Yeah, John, talk to me, brother. Why do you do what you do, man? You got a nice full deck of cards right there. Why are you doing it, man? And how are you using that in your marketing or your sales?
Yeah, so I think the big thing with me, I was always in the gym. I was a college football player. I played every sport growing up. So my passion was always fitness. You know, it was something I was really good at. I got a ton of education in it. I got a lot of experience. I have a lot of resources too as well. So it's just something I've always been really, really into, and definitely my passion. But being a personal trainer for 8 years, you could open up your own gym and do all that. I could have done that a million times. It just wasn't in the cards. It didn't make a whole lot of sense money wise. There's not a whole lot of money. So like being in the gym from 6:30 to 12, and now I got a break from me and my wife just did a couple errands, and then I got to go back at 4 till 9 p.m. In the middle, I'm trying to balance and do all my payments and stuff like that now as well. So what I was trying to find is something. I also did sales. I've done like some pretty extensive sales, outside business to business sales in the past, when I took a couple of years off fitness as well. But my big thing always has been is how can I make a win-win situation while still making money? That's how I've always been. So I keep finding myself being attracted to these things, trying to help people. So like fitness, for example, and then the payment processing. So my big angle on the payment processing is, I'm sure everybody in here probably knows somebody that's doing this, but a lot of these guys are just nickel and diming, business owners. So my big angle is trying to empower and try to educate business owners, try to break down their transaction summaries, and show them how they're getting hit with hidden fees and how they're getting, taken advantage of, basically. So, basically trying to teach them and trying to clear up and clean up their transaction statements and trying to, get their rates fair, if not, better than fair, in order for them to understand, like this is not the route you should be going. But like it's pretty cutthroat, the payments industry. I mean, the people are out there, they'll do anything, they'll hide fees everywhere. So my big thing again is how can I help these business owners save money? Since I'm around them all the time in the gym, all over the place, everywhere I go, I'm basically working and I know all these people. So, that was my why. It's like, okay, might as well to help them save money. And while I make money, it's all my network and all connected anyways. And then I kind of jumped into this financial thing as well. So I'm actually getting like ERC COVID relief money for a ton of businesses. I just got my friend 440,000 on top of his PPP. So, free forgiven money. And I got like 3 more people getting like a couple 100,000, 2.5 million. So my whole thing is always like stress. How can I help these people out? Help these people out, while still, making money. So that's always been like my thing, is just being as good at networking, talking to as many people as possible. That was always the reason why I basically got into all 3 of these things, because they all connect in some way or form. And it's always a win-win situation for me, instead of like going into die-hard corporate sales and lying to people and doing all that cutthroat stuff. That's not for me. Like Ralph said, I'm pretty straightforward and direct. I'm super transparent. And I think that's the reason why it's been working for me, is just being super transparent. So I've been trying to do that with marketing, but sometimes I feel like I'm getting too salesy in my marketing as well. So I try, like when you're writing it out, you're sitting there going like, well, that doesn't even really sound like me, so like you try to like cut it back and do all that. But I'm definitely looking to outsource too as well. It's just something I just don't have time for. So that's the gist of it.
That's awesome, man. Right? Like help. That's what I'm saying. Like when people like learn why you're doing it, man. I mean, that's huge. Like, I bet everybody on here is like, yeah, I want to get a freaking loan, man. COVID loan or COVID relief fund. But it's like when you connect with people like that, yeah, definitely, dude. Getting help or like outsourcing, right? Like you have a problem, you're like, dude, I got to write out my marketing. It's like you could outsource that, get help from somebody that hopefully tells you their why, and then you can focus on like what you're doing. But dude, that's awesome, man. I think like you got a nice little ecosystem built with everything. So thank you for sharing, man. And then Marie, like, what's up with you? We wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. So why do all this and like what you do and how are you using this in your marketing?
Okay.
And sales?
Well, my why is when I find a problem, I always wanted to find a solution that is also creative and that it's not just a one solution, there's several solutions for it. I like that I'm able to use my talents. I like being creative, and I like to see people that they find their ways when they're in when they're struggling, or they're in a limbo with their business. I want to be able to help and be a guide for them in trying to find the best thing for them to be successful. I want all of you guys to be successful. That's my why. So if you guys are if you're all successful, I know that you're gonna be, you're not gonna forget my name, right? So it's just a matter of having good relationship with people and making sure that they're going to where they need to go so they can help other people. That's really what I'm looking for.
Love it. And that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Right, guys? So we gotta give Maria a round of applause, man, because we wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for her. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. I mean, obviously, guys, thank you so much. I mean, sharing your whys is huge. Just kind of like getting it out there and really, putting your heart on your sleeve, or just being a little more transparent, because it's like there's so many businesses out in the marketplace and slimy salespeople where it's like, if you can be a little transparent, if you could be that little light in your prospect's eyes by just being a little transparent, being a little vulnerable, or, sharing your story, I'm telling you right now, it's going to help you convert more people into wanting to work with you. Because like everybody, like you see like the advertisements, like you guys probably know like Tai Lopez, right? You ever see him? He does that. He had the Lamborghini and stuff. Like actually met him and chilled with him before. Real kind of really into himself, man. And I didn't really like him one-on-one, or it wasn't one-on-one, but it was like me and a couple people with him. But it was just like, But like everybody's attracted to that Lamborghini lifestyle. Like, oh, dude, I got a Lambo. Let me show you how to do the same thing, blah, 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 blah. Right. That's what attracts us in, like that flashiness on the outside. But like when you really go past that and you go a little deeper on your why, that's really what's going to get you to do business with him. Because guess what? I never gave Tai Lopez none of my money. Like I never invested in his stuff. I don't know. Not nothing against the dude. I think he's awesome. I mean, the dude's a beast, right? I mean, the guy's like buying up every retail chain possible. Does everybody know Tai Lopez, by the way? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like he's business genius. Like he's buying everything up. But like, I don't know. I just never really connected with him like that. And maybe that's why I never was like, hey man, let me, work with this guy in some way. So yeah, sharing your why, really big. I'd love like maybe in like next week or the week after, if you apply any of that stuff to your website or your marketing, man, I'd love it if you let me know. But anyways, we're going to roll on because time is not stopping. So we're going to go to the business share time. Now, this is like the next section where, we're each going to get a minute. You can talk about a success story that you had that you want to share with us. You can talk about a challenge that you're having that, somebody in the group might be able to help you with, or you can talk about a goal and maybe get a little specific on it, like when you want to hit that goal. So you got a success story, a challenge, or a goal that you want to share with us. And you get about a minute. So I know there's like 6 of us here. So if you go a little over, that's cool. But let's go around. Let's start with Ralph. We haven't heard from you in a minute, man. Success story, a challenge, or a goal that you'd like to share with us here. You got the mic.
All right. So success stories is so far by everybody I help with their resume has been either had gotten offered a job or are now working. And now I'm being referred to other people. The challenge is time management, because I'm about to go coach youth basketball for the middle school here for 2 teams, and I need to find the time. That's including with a full-time job. And then one of my goals right now is kind of not related. It's my ebook, to put it out there. It's about modest leadership, leading harmoniously, not leading loudly. It's just how I am. I'm an introvert who made the top 1% of the enlisted force in the Air Force. So I just wanted to tell my story there, and hopefully we can get that fixed by next week.
Nice.
Love.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, man, making moves, man. We got, what is it like? There's like 64 days left, I think, in the year. So big moves, man. Thank you for sharing. Josh, a challenge you're having, a goal that you have, or just like a success story that you want to share with us.
Yeah, I think my goal is to complete my FireUp Connect profile by the end of next week, and get LinkedIn, have a Facebook page, get all that, at least with content that I can start tweaking after that, instead of kind of analysis paralysis where I try to get it perfect before I put it out there. Just put something out there and move forward. That's my goal.
Nice. Excited to see what you got, man. You have to next week you have to share like what you got done, man, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna hold you accountable,
right?
We're gonna hold you accountable now. Like you put it out there, we're gonna hold you accountable, man. So that's awesome, man. Okay. Well, Eddie, talk to me, man. You know the deal. A challenge, a goal, or a success story.
Well, I'll share a minor success, and I didn't know this. I posted for a CTO on LinkedIn, free job, and I got 78 people replied. And the nice thing about that is that when they reply, they give you your email address or phone number. So it's a great way to connect with people. So I've been picking a lot of smart people's brains over the last week. The challenge is I've got to do what I talked about earlier, put our application up, but then how to educate people about disruptive technology, pop-ups, videos, GIFs, and I'll add all that into the videos and get somebody to help me do that. So I got to train the CTO what we exist. So that's my challenge. Goal is to have that up by next week. If I do, then I can start finally doing social media and advertising and PR and all that stuff, because there's a reason for me to drive traffic. So that's my goal. And I'll be a happy camper if I get that done in 7 days.
We'll be some happy campers as well, man, because now you're about to get held accountable, man. Like we're gonna start threatening people if you don't get it done, man. So you got to come next week with something done, or okay. Like we're gonna start a new section in the group where you get a verbal beating, No, but seriously excited to hear what you got going on. Thank you for sharing. John, you're up, dude. Success story, a business goal, or I don't even know whatever the other one
challenge.
A challenge.
Yeah, I mean, my challenge is always time management, trying to figure that out. But the big thing with me, the success with me right now is I kind of even put my payments business on the back burner a little bit and just pushing this ERC hard for business owners, because it's making them so much free business, free business money that they probably even lost. They deserve more than anything probably during COVID. So like a lot of people, it's a W-2, just like PPP 1 and 2, but they're still eligible now. And a lot of the business owners do not know that it exists because they changed the law last month. So it's employee retention credits. So if they had W-2 employees, prior to February 2020, they get 10K per W-2 employee. So it's pretty extensive. That's been the big thing with me, is just getting, these business owners are super thankful for it. They need it. Like a lot of business owners around here, restaurants can't even open up for lunch because they can't find employees to run their place. They're losing 50 grand a day at the corner. So it's like nobody can find any employees or nothing. So the funding and stuff like that, I've been just really, really pushing to people that don't know about it. To try to help them out in the area. So that's been my success story here. I'm trying to get, trying to push as many people as possible, try to get, at least 1 a week, if not 2 a week would be great. That's my goal. So
how about 3 a week?
Yeah, why not? 10 if I can.
Let's just stack it up, man. I love it, dude. I love it, man. That's awesome. Yeah, everybody, we all need goals, right? I'll go next and then we're gonna hit up and relay. But a goal, because we're all in the goals, right? So a goal I have, right? I used to, back in the day, man, I used to create a lot of content. Like I was real big on like organic content. I would always make I was doing like blog posts, video marketing, just like all sorts of stuff. I was all over social. And then like eventually I just got tired of it. And I was like, I don't know, I just need a break. And I started doing more so like paid advertising on the back end and more like SEO type stuff, like getting at the top of the search engines and having people come to me like that. And I kind of push back on the content creation, the organic stuff. And now I'm kind of like in this phase where I'm like, you know what, I got to get back out there again and start doing some content, start creating some value and putting it out in the marketplace. So one goal I have is to begin creating content again, begin, maybe doing some blog posts, some video marketing, and really just getting out there. I've slipped. I'm gonna let you guys hold me accountable. I got to get something out there content wise. So in the next week, if I come on here next Friday and I don't have a piece of content, you guys can all literally beat me up, like whatever you got to do. But that's my goal, is to get some type of content out there before next Friday. So that's me. Marie, what about you?
Yeah, so success is I was able to fulfill the Halloween for Heroes, and that was amazing. We met a lot of military people at the pumpkin patch. And we were able to give about close to 100 pumpkins and corn maze and tractors to the families. So I was really happy about that. And then now we're hitting Thanksgiving, and we're going to be doing turkeys for troops. If you guys are interested in being a part of that, sponsor or any kind of donations, we are actually going to invite people to come to New School of Architecture and Designs in downtown, and they're going to give them a business tour and give them a gift card for turkeys Thanksgiving. These are for the wounded warriors and veterans. So that's one goal I need to fulfill next month. And of course, I've got the Real Men of Real Estate already. The radio show is now running, and the Fabulous Lifestyle is running. And I just finished the magazine for the finest women in real estate. And now we're going to be creating the Fabulous Lifestyle magazine. So I'm really excited about that new magazine that we're working on. If you guys wanted to be a part of that, let me know. I can talk to you more about it. Okay. Anyway, well, Jason, thank you so much for this part of our meeting. I'm going to go and take over for the next part, because this is the part where we do need to collaborate. And I want to make sure that everyone that's here understand that what we heard from all the conversation is there should be some sort of opportunity that you can find from it. So from what I heard, Eddie is working on his zip analyzer. Josh is good with IT, and Jason is good for getting warm leads, and Ralph is good with writing and resume writing, and then John offers a lot of things with the payment merchant and payment processing, right? If I am okay, so based on what we heard from all of this, I want to see if you found any kind of opportunity of working together, because I heard a lot of keywords here, and I heard a lot of opportunities in collaboration. I'm going to start with Jason. Yes, Jason. Start with, what do you think is?
Oh,
yeah. Did you see any kind of opportunities that from the entire meeting that we heard from everybody?
I mean, honestly, yeah, absolutely. I think like there's a reason for everybody to have a conversation outside of the meeting. I think that's the most important thing about this. I know like Josh, Ralph, you guys are kind of just in the beginning phases. I think you could definitely, we could definitely connect, and just discuss different like marketing you guys could do. I'd be happy to help. I think you guys could even chat it up with Marie. She's super good at networking, knows tons of people. She can get you connected with a lot of people, because it's not what you know, but who you know, right? And you guys could both connect with, everybody could connect with John, because he's helping everybody out with business, finances, and stuff like that. And who doesn't need to get into shape, man? He could even do some virtual tips and stuff like that. So I think everybody could connect with John. And then of course, Eddie, man, a lot of people don't really look at data as being important, but data is everything. And I mentioned Ty Lopez earlier, and one thing he said, he bought, what was that big company he bought? He bought a bunch. Yeah, I think he bought like Pier 1, right? And I heard him say in an interview, I think he paid like 30 million for it or something like that. And he said, Pier 1, he said he would have paid $30 million for the data alone, without even the business like itself and all the inventory. He would have paid $30 million just for the names and email addresses in their database. So data is huge. So if anybody needs data, definitely speak to Eddie. But that's what I had to say. I don't know, Marie, go ahead.
Yeah, awesome. Ralph, how about you?
So with the collaborating, I think Jason hit it on the head about marketing, because with the resume stuff and the ebook, that would definitely help me out if you can collaborate. And with John, I'm stuck at 160, man. I need help, bro. So
I got some programs. You're good. I got all
Okay.
kinds of stuff.
Awesome. Let's move on to Josh Elliott.
Yeah, I sent Eddie a message. Be interested to talk with him, after the call when he's available. Big data and SaaS products. I'd be interested to find out his plan. Just pick his brain, and then reaching out and finding out from Jason different ways to market, different ways to message. What I do. So that someone like Homer Simpson could understand. That's what I'm trying to get to. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. Eddie.
Besides what's been said, I'm debating whether or not it's worth chasing some of this grant money and the government guys, because there's free money out there, and I don't know. I'd like to pick John's brain about that, because one of my advisors said to chase after that. The last thing I want to do is write a grant, spend my time on more stuff. so I'm trying to figure that one out.
That's good. All right, John, your turn.
Yeah, I mean, I got a ton of opportunity. I mean, for referral services, all kinds of stuff. I mean, if anybody has any network of small business or medium-sized big business, I can definitely be of their service, especially with the payment processing. If anybody refers anybody to me, even in the door, I mean, if you just get me in the door or get me a meeting, you get half my commission monthly. The rest of that account life. So there is definitely spots for that. Also, like I said, the COVID money. So I partnered with this firm for one reason only. There's no upfront cost to you as the business owner. And also they do all the work for you. You literally just submit paperwork to them. There's 120 CPAs and lawyers dedicated to ERC in New York. It's one of the biggest firms in the country. They do all the work for you, and they literally fund the account it could be done within like 14 days. And then they invoice you after that. So the business owner has to pay obviously for the service after that. But also, if you even give me a referral for that, which there's a ton of money in, obviously, I split commissions with that for everybody too, just for referring. All we got to do is just get them into the door. Obviously, they're saving money. It's money they didn't even know about. It's free money because they didn't even know it even existed. So the company usually takes like 25% and stuff like that. So if there's anybody that has any any network of business owners, I can definitely help them out. And I can also do that.
Yeah, I think we will need to learn more about it, John, and I think we need to
there's a lot.
yeah, I mean, part of it is just educating the members, because it is sometimes uncomfortable to get into something that you do not know what the risk and what are the commitment that are involved. So I think educating people will be great. Okay, so that was amazing, you guys. You are awesome. Now, I just want to get feedback from John. John, what do you think about our meeting today?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, there's a lot of information, a lot of, obviously networking, meeting new people is always great for me. So I loved it.
Okay. All right, great. And anybody else comment? Jason, Ralph, Josh, Eddie?
Yeah, I think it went great, man. I think it's like John said, man, I love meeting new people, man. It's great to see new faces and even the same ones, because every time you see somebody again, you get a little deeper, you learn a little bit more. I learned a lot today about everybody that I did not know, like just from pulling that why out of everybody. Like I just learned a lot about everybody today. So I think today's meeting was, as Borat would say, a great success.
All right, Ralph?
It's good. I love coming to these. You know, I can attend these every other Friday because I'm off. It's a nice work schedule, but no, it's good. I got to meet everybody and get to have a chance to network with certain people that I didn't think I could.
That you could connect. Okay, cool. Josh, any more comments?
Yeah, just every time I come to the meetings, I feel I get a little bit better in my messaging, and I appreciate that opportunity. A smaller group, not so intimidating, you know, for us introverts, right, Ralph?
Yeah.
So yeah. enjoy it.
Okay, and Eddie, last.
I like the idea of what Jason said as your why. Way back when, my mentor charges like $900 to figure out how to set your goals and everything. And says everything should be synced to your why. Why are you doing this? And sometimes I'm shy and stupid, don't react. And I have to really think back into well, what's really going on in my why? Why am I really want to go to this networking event? It's not because I'm going to be shy and stupid, because it's, you know, a bigger why. If you keep that present in your brain, you get around all those objections and stuff. So it's a really good strategy. Thanks, Jason.
Awesome. Okay, well, my observation, I think that this meeting gave a lot of open opportunities for you guys to work together. Josh, I worked in the computer system before, and I can see where you're coming from in terms of automating things. And I think part of it is just really trying to understand the kind of programs that you offer, because I have a lot of organizations that I can probably look into in terms of referring you, but I need to know more in terms of what programs you're offering. And I think you and Ralph can really work together on the messaging part, because Ralph is very gifted on writing. With John here being, you know, new in our meetings, I think John has a lot to offer in educating the business world. And with Jason having that, you know, the talent to connect with your target market, you definitely need Jason right on your side to get the word out. I've been working with Eddie, and I know that there's a lot of challenges that he's dealing with. And I think you and Josh could, you know, come up with something there because of what you're dealing with, Eddie. So I think there's a lot of great opportunities today. Again, I want to thank you for being here today. We meet every Tuesday at 3:00 p.m. and every Friday at 11. And when you become a member of Fire Up Connect, you know, definitely, John, for you, there's more that you can benefit from. So if you have any more questions about Fire Up Connect, you know, just let me know. Connect with me and we can talk more about it. I can see a lot of opportunities for you to really have more business through Fire Up Connect, because if we learn more about what you do and how you can educate the members, we're big in educating people. I think you will benefit being a member of Fire Up Connect. Again, Fire Up Connect members get opportunities to get to our marketing programs like the radio and magazine publication and all of that, because we give them a lot more exposure for being a member. And a membership is really not, you know, nothing to worry about, because it's very competitive compared to the other networkings out there. And this is really where you get solid business relationship. Okay, any other comments? I think we are good. We passed 3 minutes of our meeting, but we tried to keep it to 1 hour. And again, thank you so much for being here today. Any last comments? No? Okay, well, thank you so much. And we will see you, hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday at 3:00 p.m. All right?
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Take care.